It's a warm summer night, 3 a.m. at Youngton, South Dakota, and the FBI's most wanted 16-year-old criminal was hiding inside that house. He was all surrounded by the police, all exits blocked. The 3-year chase was about to end. Then the FBI agents moved in, weapons ready. But what they don't know is he already escaped. He was not there. He have already escaped hundreds of times, even after committing 67 felonies, stealing and flying over 6 airplanes without any driver license. But finally, after 3 years of run, the hunt for America's greatest traitor comes to an end. Colton wasn't the cool kid in school. He was the target. Bullies tormented him daily. All he wanted was what other kids had: clean shoes, a decent haircut, parents who actually cared. Instead, he got an alcoholic mother and a father who is no more. They lived in a trailer park, and Colton often went to bed hungry. Then came his savior, or so he thought. A new student named Harley Iron Wing Davidson stood up to Colton's bullies. At 16, Harley had already served 2 years for burglary. And now he had a new student to teach. Meeting in secret at midnight, Harley taught Colton the basics: how to pick locks, how to find spare keys, never rob someone you know, never turn on lights. If caught, run and never feel guilty. For weeks, they hit dozens of homes on the San Juan Islands. The area was perfect for crime. 1 in 3 houses were vacation homes, sitting empty most of the year. For Colton, this wasn't about getting rich, it was about survival. Finally, he could eat a real meal, play video games, and have pocket money for school. But at home, things got worse. His mother's drinking escalated to violence. When he tried getting her help, she didn't. At 15, she threw him out completely. Colton set up a tent in the forest, alone. As neighbors noticed missing food, rumors spread of a mysterious boy who only broke in to eat. But when the FBI discovered his forest camp, they found laptops, jewelry, credit cards, and even driver's licenses. The next morning, his mother found a note. "Cops were here. I'm leaving. Won't be back. They want to play. It's war." The FBI brought in professional manhunters. Wanted posters went up everywhere. For months, he ran from FBI agents. He'd steal cars and boats, hide in vacation homes when helicopters flew over. But finally, they caught him. He got 3 years in kid jail. But after 10 months of being good, they moved him to a group home. Then came the midnight bed check. Empty bed. Open window. Colton had now ran away. Colton walked up to a small plane at sunrise. He'd flown this same plane hundreds of times in video games. Keys were in the seat. He read the book about flying, started the engine, and took off. No pilot's license, no real training. Just a teenager living out a video game dream. But he forgot to check the gas. The engine stopped working, and he crash-landed in the mountains. He walked away, alive. This should have been the end. Instead, it was just the start. Over the next months, he stole many more planes, boats worth hundreds of thousands, and even broke into a police car to steal a big gun. Now he ran away to Canada and somehow kept running from the cops. The news people were going crazy. Stealing planes is very rare. They had no idea it was a kid. Colton started leaving his mark, drawing his bare feet with chalk at crime scenes. The news people called him the barefoot bandit. It was 2010. Money problems were hurting America. So when a kid fought the system, beating the FBI and living free, people saw him as a hero. His Facebook fan page got 60,000 followers. But Colton knew he needed an escape plan. On July 4th, 2010, he stole a $700,000 plane and flew toward Cuba. so that US government wouldn't be able to force him back to America and he can start his new life. But flying isn't like video games. He ended up over the Bahamas, running out of gas again. He crash-landed between sand and palm trees. The plane's emergency signal right away told the Coast Guard. And within hours, Bahamian police were all over the islands. But Colton wasn't ready to give up, and he did escape again. One night at a harbor party, Colton pulled up in a stolen boat and yelled to the crowd, "Did you hear about the plane I crashed?" When people asked who he was, he said, "Colton Harris Moore. Where are your cops? I'm bored. I want to get chased." The final chase began at Harbor Island. At 3:30 a.m., Colton jumped in a boat and took off. Police boats with machine guns chased him across the water. The boat was fast enough to beat them. As Colton looked back, watching police lights get smaller, then the boat suddenly stopped, and he was stuck in the mud. His 3-year run was over. For a moment, he held his gun to his own head. Then he shot once at the officers and tried hard to free the boat. Police shot back with 20 bullets. As smoke cleared, Colton Harris Moore put his hands up. The barefoot bandit was done. Back in America, prosecutors faced 67 felonies across 3 countries. He was looking at 20 to 30 years. But his lawyer painted a picture of a kid failed by the system, an alcoholic mother who never fed him, a father who abandoned him, fetal alcohol syndrome affecting his judgment. And the judge showed mercy. This case is a tragedy, but also a triumph of human spirit. It was tragic he had to steal food to survive an abusive mother. Colton was ordered to pay $1.4 million in restitution. He sold his life story rights for $1 million to help pay victims back. The court ruled he could never profit from his crimes again. No books, movies, or merchandise deals. Today, Colton Harris Moore is out of prison. He's changed his number, gone completely off the grid. Friends say he hates the nickname Barefoot Bandit and just wants to move on. From a hungry kid stealing chicken tenders to America's most wanted teenager. His story proves that sometimes the most incredible tales come from the most broken beginnings.